Find out as the tournament progresses. Show you what's happened this evening, day 8 of the competition. Andy Smith putting out Shane Titchewich of Australia. Pieman getting past the first round for the first time in 4 years. Mark Walsh, 3-1 victory over Justin Pye. Walsh looking pretty comfortable up there. Dennis Priestley rolling back the years, putting out Germany's Bernd Reuth. And Mervyn King, a 3-0 victory over Karras. Well, after 40 games and 8 days, round 1 is at an end. Phil Taylor will play Per Lawson in round 2. Paul Nicholson, Peter Wright, Ronnie Baxter, Mark Webster. What a game that will be. Colin Lloyd, Mark Hilton. Adrian Lewis, Mark Durbridge. Andy Hamilton, Robert Thornton. There's not a bad game here, is there? Simon Whitlock, Dennis Ovens, Wayne Jones, Vincent van der Voort. And it continues. 32 players left from the 72 that started. James Wade, Mensur Suljovic, Wes Newton, Brendan Dolan, Terry Jenkins, Steve Brown, Mark Walsh, Alan Tabban. And Mervyn King, his prize for that victory, a showdown with the Pieman, Andy Smith. Dennis Priestley who won tonight. Gary Anderson away, the man with the highest 3-dart average in round 1, 103 he smashed in. Barney against Modine and Colin Osborne, Jamie Caban. Round 2 gets underway on the 27th of December. When the tournament really gets going, round 2, Rod, and some great fixtures, and really this was the starter before the main course, if you like. Yeah, it was, Dave. I mean, you know, the players are getting into the game. The first rounds are always hard. Every single player says that. We've seen some edgy games, we've seen some seeds go out, we've seen some players that we may not see again, you know, some class players like John Part. He's really got to get his act together. But for me, probably Baxter, Webster is going to be the pick of them for them second rounds. Who of the players we've seen so far have impressed you most, and who are you most looking forward to see? I mean, everyone's going to be talking about Phil Taylor, aren't they? Yeah. 88 average, had a lot on his plate, sports personality, all that. The real test is when he comes back, 27th, can he get over a ton average? Can he win? That's exactly what we're waiting for. If he doesn't, then the bookie's going to push him out, and then we're really going to talk about who else is going to take the crown. If he comes back, throws a 106, 107 average, the bookies will push him into 1 to 5, 1 to 6, and we'll be saying who's going to play Phil in the final. But Gary Anderson, I know we keep saying it about Gary Anderson, but he does, over the last couple of months, look a completely different player. He looks more of a solid package, to like what he was, you know, 4 or 5 years ago. You know, what Adrian Lewis is going to turn up, you know, he had the flu. You know, Mark Webster's playing the best darts I have ever seen him play. And when he gets a bit aggression into the game, he certainly plays better, and I'm looking forward to seeing Webster as well. What about Mervyn King, who we've just seen? We haven't really talked about him. He's sort of gone about his business, had a bad year, lots of problems away from the dartboard, but now looks focused, looks ready to do some damage here. Yeah, I mean, he looked really comfortable tonight. I mean, no one was booing him too much when he walked on. I mean, it was a great bit coming up there saying Merry Christmas. Straight away you're getting the crowd on your side, which is what he's got to do. But he has had a bad year. He's lost his father, and you know, most people know what that's like, and it's hard to get over. Mervyn is I know Mervyn very well. He's a very closed-in sort of person. He doesn't
go out with the lads. He'd rather just go and have a quiet game of golf, and he's like that all the time. And so he isn't the extrovert that perhaps the game tends to want at times. But that was as solid performance as anyone's had. I mean, really tight. And Magnus Carus, I know he didn't fire on all cylinders, but you've got to look at Merv and say, well, he's on his way back.
All about making it to the final, January the 3rd. Let's take you back to 1995 and a final at Rod. You might remember.
I thought he was joking.
And this is the big one. Now it's getting critical. Yeah! And there's a happy lady, and he is 1 up against the hot favourite.
Vital dart, Harrington waits on 60, but it doesn't matter. Taylor's there. He's now level with Rod Harrington.
For the 3rd set, that is the number, that is the target, and that is the winning dart. 2-1 to Harrington.
It's double top. It's 2 apiece. Yes, a brilliant game of darts this. It's 2 legs all. Taylor and Harrington providing a super show.
The shot is on treble 18. Silver lights to go 3-2 up.
Oh, they're all in the middle.
Taylor ahead in sets for the first time in the final.
Is Taylor going to make it 4 sets to 2 with double 60, double 8, double 4. Yes, he does! And that surely could be the killer blow.
Who'd have thought double 7 to clinch the major title in world darts? But they all count in that outer ring double 7. And he got the shock of his life.
Darts champion,
And with a bit of surgery, he hasn't changed at all, has he, in all those years? Rod, what's it like being in a world final?
It's incredible, Dave. I mean, I can remember that probably more than I can the match play finals. I remember having food poisoning before the semi against Peter Everson and coming through that. But in that game, I was, at the time, I was playing really well. I'd beaten Phil several times coming into that, in Canada and what have you. And I remember being 1 set up, and then I hit a big shot to leave a double at 2 legs all. He took a big shot out. I went 2 sets 0 up at 2 legs all. I left a double, hit 159 to leave 32, and I think he took a 136 out. And I was thinking I should be 3 sets to 1 up or even 4-0 up at the time. And the next sets I think all went 3-2 apart from the last one. It was, the circus cavern was really closed in as well, and it was really tight. And I loved it up there. I'd love to be up there again, but I haven't got 2 or 3 years to put aside to practice. These players don't realise what they've got, the chances they've got of playing in a sport, to have a livelihood, be millionaires out of this game. And I've talked about it so many times. There's so many of them not doing it right.
How much was the prize money back in 1995? It's 200 grand this year.
I think I got 6,000 for runner-up. Yeah, I think I only got 10.
And Phil walked away with what?
I think he walked away with 10 or 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
And £1 million of prize money this year. It's incredible actually how the sport has changed. I mean, you look, how close the audience were to the players back then at the Circus Tavern. You look at this great arena we've got now. The media attention on players has changed as well. We've got a press tent full of Fleet Street's finest in there.
It's great. I mean, to say we've had a bit of luck at times is unjust, but we have. Certain people have come into the game at the right times. I mean, the split happened right at the time where Sky were really starting off. They did the World Masters of '91, which was the first tournament. They said, right, we'll do some more. The BDO didn't want to. So that kind of pushed the players and the managers in to come with Sky. So all the innovations and the new camera angles and all the money that Sky pushed in, that brought the game to a certain level. Then that brought in, obviously, more sponsors want to look at it, so it brings it, and it just moves. And then Barry Hearn comes in and pumps more money in.
Phil Taylor, the main man of darts, will he be the main man next week when we come back?
Yeah. He's the best odds you've ever seen. You won't get it any better. Take Phil Taylor.
Rod, cheers for your company. We'll see you. Have a Merry Christmas.
And you?
Make sure you join us on HD1, the 27th. It's a Monday, in case you'd lost touch of where we were. Some great matches, including Ronnie Baxter, Mark Webster, Paul Nicholson, Peter Wright, Andy Hamilton, Robert Thornton. That's only the afternoon session. We're back at 7 o'clock on HD1 and Sky Sports 1 with Colin Lloyd against Mark Hilton, Adrian Lewis, Mark Durbridge, and Phil Taylor will round off the night. He'll be on round about 9:45 against Per Lawson. It's been a big 8 days, some big checkouts, some big celebrations, and some big stars at the darts. See ya.
The two lads have got their arms folded. They've left me to it. Sid Waddell's not doing his chat here. Gwynny's quiet. First time ever. What's going on, lads? You're leaving it to me. Here we go, then I'll have a crack at it.
When the snowman brings the snow, well, he just might like to know. He's put a great big smile on somebody's face. If you jump into your bed, quickly cover up your head. Don't you lock the doors, you know the sweet Santa Claus is on the way. Oh, well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. When the kids start singing and the band begins to play. Oh, I wish it could be Christmas every day. Let the bells ring out for Christmas. When we're skating in the park, if the storm cloud paints it dark, then your rosy cheeks gonna light my merry way. Now the frosty claws appear, and they've frozen up my beer. So we'll lie by the fire till the sleep simply melts them all away.
I'll call this one, Sid, if it comes in. 180! Come on, Joe Cullen, in you come, son.
When the kids start singing and the band begins to play. Oh, I wish it could be Christmas every day. So let the bells ring out for Christmas. Why don't you give your love for Christmas?
More sport, news, views and video on Sky Player, Sky Mobile TV and at skysports.com.
Oh, hey, I'll have one while you're there, son. Everyone's got an opinion. What's yours worth?